F1 Manager 23 is in massive, massive trouble. I cannot believe what they're doing here. Oh my word. I've gone through all of the launch announcement, all of the information, and I was certain there was so much missing, but I can tell you there is not. In this video, I'm going to let you know what's coming with F1 Manager 23. I'm going to let you know why this is such a big problem. Now, I'm one of the biggest F1 Manager YouTubers out there. I've done a guide for every single aspect of the game. I've made so many videos and the things that could be improved. I've been in contact with the F1 Manager team, and just the fact, oh my word, there's one thing that they put in that was a request that we had that we thought might really improve the game, but there's so much missing. Now, let me tell you what they are doing. I'm showing you the screenshots here. The UI is exactly the same as F1 Manager 22. The graphics were already really good in F1 Manager 22. Now, they're not adding anything to the start of the game. You're still going to have to choose your team. You're not going to be able to create a team. That was something a lot of people wanted. This is massive. You're not going to be able to change team. Do they not understand how tedious the game gets? There's no longevity with F1 Manager. It's not like football. Football Manager is the gold standard of these management games, and I cannot believe it. So it's same. They're dressing up a new language, but going to be the same way in team principal for one of the teams, and that's it. That's your whole save. So when you dominate, that's it. You're going to dominate. Everyone's going to start. If you start with Williams, you can start near the back of the grid, and then once you work your way up with all the upgrades, there's no. You can't switch to the team that's now at the back of the grid in 2028. Now they are making some really small changes to the gameplay. Like there'll be some mistakes in the pit stops. Your drivers will fade a little bit. The ERS is a little bit different, but these are all minor tweaks, and it just, I'm really lost. But let me know in the comments what you think about this. Let me know if you. I cannot at this stage recommend buying F1 Manager 23, and this is a game that I was really looking forward to. Why would you spend so much money on F1 Manager 23 if it's basically the same game as F1 Manager 22, which has gone on such insane discounts? You're going to get 95% of the experience in F1 Manager 22. I do not understand. Now, there is one thing they added, which I made a video on, that I said this absolutely needs to be added, and that is, I called it scenarios. They call it, I think, F1 race replay or something, and that is going to be, you'll be able to go into moments and you'll be able to try and change history. That's something that Football Manager does really well. But if you played F1 Manager for a long time, you'll know that anytime you want to start a new game, you have to start again right at the beginning of the season, and it gets very tedious. But this should allow it to keep a little bit fresh, should be able to go into these scenarios, maybe go straight to Canada, maybe go straight to Interlagos, get to these other tracks. But I'm absolutely astonished. We'll have a look here at some more of the screenshots, and you can see that the things that were already good about, no one was complaining about the graphics in F1 Manager. In fact, I did an F1 Manager stream and Formula 1 thought it was a stream of Formula 1. And they tried to take it down, and I had to sue Formula 1 to get it back. So the graphics are already very good. The presentation was already very slick, but we all knew that it was it was ultimately a very shallow game. Very, very, very shallow. All about the presentation and the gloss, but when you get into it, and then they announced that they were stopping support, I thought, when I made a video on them stopping support for F1 Manager 2, I said this might not be a bad thing, because they might be diverting everything into F1 Manager 23. But it just looks like it's fundamentally the same game, and they've crossed out a 2 and they've put a 3. I should be telling you now about all the crazy stuff. Imagine if there was some aspect of multiplayer, not necessarily live multiplayer, but you could do sort of a race, and then that, the system takes it, uploads it, and then you can send it to your friends, and your friends try and battle against you. Obviously, live multiplayer would be insane. The ultimate goal has to be that you've got 10 team principals in a live multiplayer race. That would absolutely explode. But that's obviously very, very, very difficult to do. We're not near there. But why can't you do the stuff like change teams? What about creating a team? They're adding stuff like F2 and F3 support races. People generally, I'm someone that, look, I've interviewed so many F2, F3 drivers. I go to these support races. I love these drivers, love the story there that, trying to get into Formula 1. But the vast majority of people just don't care and don't even know. So why that's been a focus over this other stuff, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in F1 Manager 23. Are they actually going to improve stuff this time? Do you remember the horrendous DRS trains we had at the beginning of F1 Manager 22, do you remember that there was basically no differential on the tyres? So just doing a one-stop was always the quickest strategy. Do you remember how the AI was just so boringly poor at so many tracks? Like Catalonia, they try and do some insane 3-stop strategy and you could actually win in a Williams. Do you remember all the glitches that we found in qualifying where you could just back the whole pack up and you could get, we were getting like Latifi on pole, stuff like that. And man, I'm just gutted. I'm sure there's going to be lots of hype. I'm sure there's going to be lots of other people out there be like, yeah, it's another F1 Manager game, this is going to be sick. But I'm telling you, viewers, because I care about you, I'm telling you, everything that I've seen and I've poured through everything is basically exactly the same as F1 Manager 22. Save your money. Save your money, get F1 Manager 22. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you find any more stuff. But I'm devastated, man. Devastated. I'll see you. See you next time.